me 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Spieth at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just wanna make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Look at you go. Okay, you ready? Look. Go. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you bubbling. Look.
Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act the fool for the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon, I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides I can shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte back, liquor clean. Dead presses in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures in a penny hoe.
Never get empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You do what I tell you. Get over it. He's gonna get nasty.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. We won't. No new friends, no new friends. Football fans, they sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends, Wipe my sins, wipe it. They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up, the champs is in. Yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you broke them off. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck, goose, linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Leopard! Over!
Back to throw now on first down. Pryor has it complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
39! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Now let's go! Boom! Landed!
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history, and you'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Throwing, Hundley. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And you can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
You got him! You got him! You got him! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Give. This is Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Hundley. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Tressway now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Brett Hundley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Over!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Handoff comes to Cook. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Detroit! Hey, we got 3 down.
Now back to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here come the Redskins now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. David Irving in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Barney! All right, here we go. Boom, landed!
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, that's Cook, and he is going to lose yardage here. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And some space here. Finding room inside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Coney Ely in on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Redskins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Richardson able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This from 54 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is good. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Your trick is here, baby. Your trick is here. Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Back to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards that time and a first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Thompson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Hundley going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Hundley now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Back now here on EA Sports. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Flex round! Flex round!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and now it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Back to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for New York. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And on the ground they go with a running back. He's got room to run past the 20. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. David Irving in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. The Jets on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. And they'll go on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ohio!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch you now, Barney. Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Cook. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Watch you now, Barney.
On 3rd down, it's Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards. in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Detroit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Jets on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And Reed with it over the middle. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing, Hundley. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And it's taken in at the 9. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
In trouble, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.